Hello, hello, welcome to yoga with me. Karolina covering for Dave. He's traveling again somewhere in Europe with his camper van. He's so lucky. I'm jealous, but it's lovely to connect to you in a virtual village hall and give you some movements, some breathing exercises today. I think some pranayama is good. Energy's down a little bit after this 2 months of the summer we had, or less even. Bit old to me weather here in Leicester, roughly, because I'm a bit up north of Leicester. So wherever you are, just make yourself prepare your space for practice. So yoga mat or some blanket. Maybe a brick cushion for the last relaxation, some cover blanket to cover the body. And yes, we're going to start. I'm now 8 months pregnant. I don't know, you can see my bump. You'll see over there. So yeah, it's growing. So yeah, I feel the breathwork is beneficial, so we're going to start like that. So when you're ready, I'm ready. I'm going to sit on my mat so you can see me better. Right, so choosing any comfortable position. It might be cross-legged like myself, but it doesn't need to be. You may just extend your legs slightly out. You may just be on your kneeling position or just lying down. And then relax. Try to completely come to the space mentally you are in. Just forget about what happened in the morning or wherever you're watching this recording, whenever. So just trying to gather all the thoughts you have at the moment in your head, because you may have something, as always, monkey mind, and just allow them to be. Just allow them to be. Just sitting in the silence, just listening to my voice, listening to the sounds from the outside of your room, the place you are. Observing, being the observer. That's the beginning of mindfulness, so you know what's going on. You're aware. And then trying to connect to the sensations, so checking how you feel today. Maybe you have some pain and aches, or you feel natural or just completely fine. And let's accept all of this. And then bring the attention to your breath. So observing the breath as it flows freely through the nostrils. When you inhale, you can feel the breath is a little bit cooler. When you exhale, a bit warmer. And then allow the sounds, the healing sounds from the singing bowls, to bring the attention even more inwards. Allow those sounds to bring the mindfulness. Anchoring to this moment. And just bring the awareness from your brain, from your mind, into your heart space. Just allowing the vibration coming into your heart, and just feel your own heart vibrations. creating the intention for this practice. You may want to manifest something, just listening to your heart's prayer. And maybe it's just a simple intention for the healthy and happy body and mind. You can say in the present tense to yourself mentally 3 times, my body and mind is healthy and happy. Or anything else. Beautiful. And now just, if you have your eyes closed, open them. Maybe soft gaze, just looking down. Shoulders relax. If you're lying down, just is a good point to slightly gently come to the seated position. And just allow to breathe yourself, to make a breath a little bit deeper. So we're going to breathe into our diaphragm. So you can place both palms onto your belly. And then as you inhale, expand it as a big balloon. Mine is already big. So trying to really make this diaphragm like, just feeling this like a ball in your belly. And just exhaling, releasing, allowing the belly to come into the spine. Then second round, you're feeling your chest. You may place the palms into your side ribs. Inhale, open, expand. Exhale to relax. Then palms into your collarbones and the throat slightly here. Inhale just to the front, to the top of your throat, to the top of your chest, and release. So let's combine this deep breath together. Let's breathe into the belly, chest and collarbones. 1 deep breath, 3 parts. So inhale, belly, chest and collarbones. Hold, expand, exhale. Releasing, even through the mouth, because if you breathe out through the mouth, you may feel the sense of letting go. 1 more round. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Well done. Welcome to the practice. And then we're going to create some movements now. So if you sit cross-leg position, you may change the cross of your legs. Just allow to be the other shin on top. And just keeping the palms into your thighs. Gently moving. Circulating motions from side. Maybe even starting from side to side first. So really gentle movements. If you have sensitive knees, you might place some cushions underneath your knees, or as I mentioned before, just legs out to the side. And then starting with this torso, circles, just gently. Good. Allow the breath to be really free. Just breathing naturally, just for a moment. And then we're going to add a breath. So as you inhale, lean forwards, shoulders back, come to the side and start with your exhalation, rounding the spine. Chin, perhaps you want to send the chin to the chest. Squeeze the belly in. Inhale, forwards, exhale. So as you can see, I'm adding my shoulders. It's nice, like awakening movement for the whole body, I would say. It's mainly to the spine because we're moving in different directions. Lower back, pelvis, hips, and shoulders, arms. It's really like full body awakening. You may add some neck movements, head movements. Just even closing the eyes and just feeling, and just that's what is yoga about, just to feel and connect to yourself through the breath, through the movement, and just really dropping from the head sometimes just to the sensations in the body, to the heart space, as I mentioned, just feeling the vibration of the heart resonating. Good. Few more rounds. And come to the center. Align the pelvis, chest and head in one line. Just relax for a moment. Pause. Adjust yourself and feel the difference after this movement. Right, we're going to open the head a little bit more with some stretches of the shoulders and arms. So inhale, palms into the chest and then reach to the sky. Exhale, open the elbows out. We call this rainbow breath. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, out to the side. And then a few circles. Few more movements in your own time, in your own rhythm. So that just even feeling the energy now of your own heart, because the heart has electromagnetic field. And then we're trying to spread this lovely positive energy. We want to create the positive aura around ourselves. Sometimes we may say it's like marking your space for the practice. Lovely. Now another movement. So thumbs, forearms together, palms together. That's your inhalation. Exhale, opening out. So you're feeling a little bit stronger movement because your shoulder blades wants to lock in here. So locking, maybe looking up. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale to open. Exhale to round. I'm moving my head up and down as well. It's really nice for the back of my neck. Good. And then stop with your elbows out. So bend to the left, looking up, maybe towards the fingers. You can even shake your hand. Inhale, center. Exhale to the opposite side. Maybe shaking your hand and wrist. Center. Bending to the opposite side. Good. Let's do a few more rounds like that. Side bends with the heart open. I can feel my shoulders now. One more round. It's like I'm waving to you. Good. And release. Wow. Okay, so now a few circles with the shoulders. Maybe movement with your head. Perfect. Shaking the arms. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, shoulders up, shoulders down. Inhale. Good. Let's extend the legs. So we're extending the legs and keeping them slightly open. Squeeze the toes of your feet and extend. Squeeze and extend. Squeeze and extend. A few times. You may have your palms close to the side of your hips, or maybe even backwards. So you're leaning backwards as well. Might be more comfortable. Then moving the toes forwards and backwards. So you can see my foot forwards and backwards. If you want to do a little bit of challenge, you can reach the leg off the ground and just engage your thigh and core. But I'm not doing this today. I'm just moving my feet on the ground. But you can alternate. And then if you raise one leg, then you can swap to the other one. Okay, and circles, the circles of the feet clockwise and then anti-clockwise few rounds. You may hear some crackling. Beautiful. We're going to extend the left leg forwards. It's already forwards, but on the line with your hip. So left leg is more on the line with the hip. Right knee is bent. Placing the right ankle on top of the left thigh. So the top, I mean closer to your left knee. You can grab the right foot with the left hand and just mobility for your hip. Right knee comes up as you inhale and pressing gently down as you exhale. So moving the knee up and down, up and down, and correlating the movement with your breath. Good. And then we're going to rock the leg. So lifting the foot off the thigh, keeping the right knee, placing the right palm on the knee, and just rocking from side to side. Some of you, if you want to go a bit farther, you may place the right foot inside the left elbow, interlace the hands. It's quite tough for me to do, so you can try, but keep the spine straight. Good. And then let's do our circulating movements again. So let me show you a little bit closer. So if you hold your leg, so you're moving forwards to the side, backwards, slightly to the right, forwards. So you're circulating the hip in here. And you may notice through this movement, you're massaging the right glute. And it's quite nice. So if you have any sciatica, any back pain coming with it like a nerve, sciatic nerve, and you feel this pain in going into your glute, even to the leg, this is really nice. It's a good sequence to relieve the pain a little bit. Good. We're going to keep the right ankle on top of the left thigh, close to the knee, and trying to do a figure four, seated figure four. So the first thing is your left leg is straight, completely down on the ground. The second stage, so we're going through the stages. You're bending the left knee slightly, keeping the toes of the left foot up and heel on the ground, opening the right knee forwards, leaning backwards, supporting the arms and the shoulders, so pressing the palms firmly on the ground, maybe slightly leaning backwards. And if you like to make it farther, you may bend the left knee a little bit more, so you're completely placing toes of the left foot on the ground, right knee's going forwards, where we feel the movement, the pulse on the right glute. You see the left side probably. And just if you want to make yourself a bit more comfortable, you may always sit on something flat, on a blanket or flat brick. And just allow yourself to be here for a moment. So breathing to the right side. As you inhale, you're slightly opening the right knee forwards. As you exhale, you may try to bring the left foot a little bit closer to your pelvis. Breathe. If you like to make it farther, I'm going to turn to this side. Trying to really feel like your arms are strong and ready to do this lift. Left foot press is pressing the ground. You're engaging the glutes. You will engage your tummy muscles. Allow the arms to be micro bend and then lifting your hips up. So that's another level. So you may not to do it, you may just try. So taking the breath in, lifting yourself, sending the right knee forwards. Maybe looking forwards or bending the head backwards. Holding for 2 more breaths. Squeezing the glutes, engaging the belly and release. Good. I did it. So a little bit of the core work is nice for myself as well, but for you it's really essential. So you always be mindful. If sometimes you're doing some yoga pose and you don't feel comfortable, your breath is restricted, you can always release the posture at any time. So coming into the diamond shape now, placing the soles of the feet together, maybe moving heels slightly forwards. If you prefer to move them closer, it's fine, you feel more in your inner thighs. And let's do a butterfly. So moving the knees in and out, palms onto the shins, so maybe onto the front of your feet and thumbs in. But try to keep the spine straight. We don't like to be like that in here. We don't want to lean too much backwards. Just trying to keep the shoulders relaxed. Chest is proud. You may close your eyes. Breathing naturally. Good. And release. Palms on the side of the knees, knees together, feet outwards. Canter position, lean backwards. I might show you this way. Just staying here, so internal rotation of your hips for a moment. Maybe move to the left, to the right. And then we're going to do the sequence on the other side. So this time you have the right leg extended forwards on the level with your hip. Right knee bend, left knee bend. Left ankle on your thigh, closer to the knee, and just moving the knee up and down, preparing for the sequence. Inhale up, exhale down. Don't push. So you're gently pressing, not pushing anything, so that's important. We're not in the competition who has the knee down to the ground. I can't do it anymore. I used to. This is an amazing thing when you do yoga. So many years, I used to practice yoga like this now. It's 10 years, over 10 years. And the pregnancy, I feel like the yoga is helping me the most. I feel like lighter when I do standing balancing positions, when I practice my hip openers, and even I have this limitation. It's like, yeah, it's liberation in a movement. And then we know through that kind of times in our life, or if we have any injuries and we still practice, how important the practice is, physical and mental. It's just amazing. It's an amazing gift. So yeah, I hope you can practice every day. If you can't practice every day, at least once a week, on Thursday 2:30. But even small practices. Now we're rocking the baby because I'm talking. I'm chatting today. I'm a chatty, Karolina. Yeah, even 5 minutes a day. If I say every day, it doesn't mean you have to do an hour, 45 minutes, 1 hour and a half. Like sometimes people dedicate, or if you just physically don't have time, you may do some breath work, and then yeah, and that's enough. And let's do the circulating movement. So now we're massaging the left glute. Good. And release. Placing the left ankle back onto your thigh, and then trying to do your figure 4, leaning backwards, straight away go to the side. Again, tucking the toes of the left foot. And again, as I said, if you're down, you're down. You may have the blanket underneath your hips. You may support your right knee with something as well. And just trying, going. Every breath, maybe the right foot comes a little bit closer. Staying here with your breaths. Good. If you want to do a challenge, we can try. So really allowing the hands and palms to be firm on the ground. Press the ball of your hands. Micro bend the elbows. If you have them overstretched, that won't happen. So micro bend, open the chest, squeeze the glutes and press the right foot to the ground. And then lift your hips. Squeeze the glutes, engage the belly, look forwards or look back. Tilt the head back, not always working for everyone. Breathe, don't hold the breath in here. And release. Good, well done. Relax. Straight away to diamond shape. Again, some butterfly movements. Allowing the breath to be really relaxed. Maybe sometimes to breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth. Great. So we're going to place the palms back onto the side of your knees. Knees together, feet outwards, canter position. Sitting here for a moment. Few deep breaths. And release. So moving the feet to the left or to the right. We changing the position, going from the seated to the all fours. Moving myself back to the mat. Palms underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, tucking the toes under, opening the heart. Just a cat and cow, few rounds. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale to open. Exhale to round. Good. Going to attempt our downward facing dog first one. So sitting on the feet just for a moment, shake your hands, shake your wrists, especially if you did the reverse tabletop with the knee open. Moving the fingers up and down, up and down. Good. And then finding the position again, the all fours, palms slightly forward, spread the fingers. If the downward facing dog is not serving you today, just don't push. We're not doing any competitions here. So you can stay with your cat and cows movements. You can come to the child's pose, rest. Child's pose means knees together separately, sending the tailbone back, extending the arms and releasing the chest down. If you want to try with me, really spread the fingers wide. Press the index finger, thumb and the middle finger. Tag the toes under, lifting the knees just a few inches off the ground. Engage the core and then start pressing the hands, extending the arms, lifting the tailbone. So you see my legs are slightly extending but not completely. I have my knees bent, head between the shoulders, my elbows open, and I'm drawing my shoulder blades to the hips. And then what I love to do in the first downward facing dog, I need to say I haven't done my practice in the morning today, so I'm practicing with you. It's my first yoga practice today. So I love to extend and bend my legs in the downward facing dog. Feels so right. And then perhaps you want to extend your legs completely. Breathe here into your lower back, into the back of your legs. You still can walk your dog, means you can still create some movements, or even circulating movements. It's so nice. Great, one more deep breath. Breathe out through the mouth, and then slowly walk your feet to the front of your mat. So looking towards your hands, walking the small steps or few big steps, coming into the ragdoll pose. Another favorite one. So feet open, grab the opposite elbows, head between the shoulders, and rock from side to side. Great. We're going up. So pressing the feet, engaging your tummy slightly, rise up. So hands, arms to the side and up. Exhale, palms into the heart center. That feels so good for me. Shoulders, arms shaking in here. I mentioned how good balance is for in my pregnancy and how beneficial they are. So we're going to do balance now. A simple one. So it's like coming through the tree pose, moving slightly. Before I do to my balance, I like to bring my body weight from my one foot to the other. So moving from side to side. Then let's start from the right. So all the body weight to the right side, but I'm lifting my toes of the right foot and then gently spreading them down. So pressing, gripping, so the foot has this arch here, and I want to press the ball of the foot and the heel, creating a lock in my foot. We call this in yoga pada bandha. Bandha is a lock. So when I have my lock, I'm moving my kneecap slightly up, locking my thigh. So engaging the thigh in here, even engaging the glute. Right palm onto my hip, and then I'm lifting my left knee. Left palm into my hip. I feel stable, comfortable, because the base is strong. The body is engaged. What about the gaze? If you're looking everywhere, it will be hard. So just fix the gaze on the one point in front of you or looking down. Opening the left knee out now, maybe grabbing the knee with the left hand. You may open the right arm to the side, looking into your thumb. And this is lovely balance. If you at some point struggling in here, you can always go to the wall and just practice with the wall first. Breathe. Shall we go across? Left knee forwards, grab the left knee, open the left arm, so right palm is on the left knee, drawing the left knee to the right side. Perhaps you want to look onto your left thumb. Breathe. And release. We can finish with the tree pose if you can be in the one leg so long. You may just release the left foot down and just shake the right leg fast. And then tree pose. So left heel close to the calf, opening the knee, palm into the chest, or going a bit farther, left foot into the calf, and then left foot inside the inner thigh. That's the final variation. Avoiding the knee, balancing slightly here, left knee out, pelvis forwards, engage the belly, palms into your heart center, or even lifting, maybe spreading those fingers. Breathe. And release. Well done. Beautiful stuff. So really shaking the right leg. I feel my right glute now. Okay, left side. Feels my right leg is like, oh, now a bit strong that was, but as I said, you can have a break between those poses in a sequence. So left toes up and then slightly, slowly down. So spreading them on the ground. Sometimes it's even good to go step forwards out from your mat, so finding the good spot on the floor. Body weight onto the left kneecap up, locking the left thigh, engaging here, left glute engage, lifting the right knee. Left palm stays on the left thigh. And if you just here, it's completely okay. You may open out, left arm out, looking at the thumb. It might be challenging. Breathe. Let's go across. As you're going across, you feel this nice opening of the chest, twist, gentle twist, and just trying to squeeze the shoulder blades. Good, finishing with a tree. Wherever you go, toes on the ground, foot on the calf or foot in the inner thigh. So as another tip for the standing tree, so pressing those like a foot and inner thigh together, so creating like you want to really draw into the center, engaging the core. If you have the palms next to the chest, press them together as well. One more breath. And release. Good. Shaking. Beautiful. So it's like we want to finish with some goddesses squats, opening the feet wide, wider than the hips, toes outside, heels inside. These baggy trousers feels like, but they're so comfy. I'll lift them a little bit. So open up, bending the knees, so feeling the inner thighs, knees out, palms into the heart, then open the elbows out. So staying near your goddess squat, balancing slightly here, and then let's extend to the star. That's your inhalation. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, star. Exhale, bend. So squatting, extending. So it's lovely to add the breath work here. What I recently do, I like to do my lion breath. As you exhale, you sticking the tongue out, looking at the tip of your nose, and creating a sound. One more round, and hold your squat, breathe, and release. Well done. Palms onto your thighs, move the elbows, so one shoulder across and the other. Just stay in your squat for a little bit. And releasing, extending the legs, extending the arms, star pose. 5 pointing star. Extending the arms, the top of the head, tapered down. Feeling the joy. We move the body, that's amazing. And then bringing the palms into your heart center. Releasing the arms down, shaking. Toes in, heels in. So coming back to your standing. Let's go to the mountain pose. Feet together, slightly apart, arms by your side, palms facing forwards. Close your eyes. Then bring the palms into your heart center, connect to the intention you created. Just being grateful for your body. It's like it can move. And just slowly we're going down. So go down as much as you want. You can go through the squat, you can go through your yogic squat. If it's available for you, you may open the feet again, wider, toes outside, heels inside, squatting in here in the full yogic squat with the palms into your heart center. If this is not working for your knees today, option to elevate the heels. If your heels are going up, you can place the bricks underneath, or just come to the seated straight away. Breathe. And release. One palm forwards, the other backwards, coming back to your sitting, shaking. And then go on to your back. So moving the body towards the front of the mat. Restorative variation, so you go onto one elbow to the side, allowing your back to be on the ground, knees bent. Draw the thighs to the chest and rock from side to side. Maybe some circles with the pelvis, lower back, the knees. Now we're going to finish with the legs up to the sky today and a bit more shaking. So option to have them lift the bum and place the palms underneath support, or just place the balls, the cushion, brick underneath your hips. And just keep the legs up. It's the inversion variation of Viparita Karani. So easy inversion. It's nice to have something underneath. So I have my palms today. Keeping the legs outstretched, but you might have them slightly bent. Just keeping them still for a moment. And then you can start with your shakes. Shaking the legs. And then you can, if it's comfortable, you can add your arms and even shake your arms. Then hold, stay still for a moment. Feel the tingling sensations in your legs, in your arms, hands and feet. And then shake again. Shake as much as you want, as intense as you want. You may shake your face, if you know how to shake your face. With your tongue. Or even squeeze the teeth. Open the mouth wide. And then just do different shapes on your face, just to loosen up your face. And hold. Come to stillness. Take a breath. Exhale. Bend the knees. Place the feet to the ground. And just find your shavasana. You may stay on the ground, back on the ground, knees bent, place some cushion underneath your knees. You may have your legs straight as a standard shavasana, or you may even go to the side. If you someone pregnant watching this video, you may create some cushions, place the cushion on the back or the front, and just be on the side. That's the safe shavasana for you. And I'm going up to guide you a little bit. You're staying, maybe cover yourself with a blanket. And just after this movement, so we did some breath connected with the movement, so you don't need to control your breath anymore. Just allow the breath to be really smooth and gentle, just observing again, coming into this mode of observer, and observe how you feel after this practice. Then bring the attention to the sounds and allow those sounds to bring the complete relaxation into your body and mind. coming out from this final relaxation, shavasana. If you prefer to stay a bit longer, you're welcome. If you want to join me in a seated position, firstly, start to apply gentle movements into your body. Wiggle the toes and the fingers. Then extend any direction. You might extend the arms to the sky, over the head. Stretch back. Bringing the thighs into the chest. Again, rocking from side to side. And choosing left or right side just to go there, and then taking a few breaths. And then lifting yourself to the seated position. And we're going to finish with a deep breath together. Placing the palms into your heart. Taking a breath, expanding to the side and up. Exhale, bring the palms into your heart center. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I hope you have a lovely, lovely, lovely afternoon. And I'll see you next time. Lots of love.